You cannot be a prisoner to your preference. You cannot be a prisoner to your own preference, meaning that just because it's what you prefer, if you losing, you losing, period. And so you don't make your preference the God. You make winning or losing the God. So if you're losing, you have to do something different so that you can win. You have to self-assess, and you can't let you off the hook because it's you. It's two of y'all. It's a winning you and a losing you. And you do deserve to be a winner. When you're trying to score a touchdown, there are individuals designed to stop you from scoring a touchdown. Yeah. That's their job. They're supposed to stop you. Your job is to not care about them trying to tackle you, and you keep moving forward.
You dominate when you feel like it, and you dominate when you don't feel like it. I've dominated my sleep pattern. I've dominated my laziness. I've dominated procrastination. Where I go, stuff happens. I dominate. There are no shortcuts. Discipline is you do it so long and so hard and you're so passionate about it that even when you don't feel like it, you still operate at the highest level. I dominate. And I realize that most of you in the room, the reason why you're not going to get to where you're supposed to get to is because you don't know how to get there. Now, the other thing I've noticed is that people who have more clarity have more conviction.
And you start like, oh man, I want that. I want it. Like, I want that experience, but you don't change as a human. So you can't get that experience. Like, it's not possible for you to have it. You can't change your life without changing your mind, bro.
You have to play to win. You have to be competitive. Wherever you are, whatever your space is, this is my space right here. You have to be competitive, whether you like it or not, whether you feel comfortable or not. And you have to get into a space where you got that dog. It's not for the weak at heart. You can't always be the most talented in the room. You can't always be like naturally gifted, naturally talented. But watch this. You can be the most competitive.
I'm saying y'all don't get it.
You got to wake up every day and compete. You got to go after it.
I'm saying people don't get it, bro. It's crazy. People want change more than they want change.
Yeah.
It's the craziest thing, bro.
Come on, we have a vision, we have a mission, we have a visionary, we have a mission. Our goal is to move the needle, not surround ourselves with loyal people who ain't competent. Got to see your true colors. A trial or a tribulation hit, and now you wondering if I'm going to do what I said I'm going to do, so now you're going to switch the game up. Okay, I want you to see where you are so you can make the adjustment. I need you to eat, sleep, breathe, dominate. We're not playing to the level of our competition no more. Everything you do is going to be in a way that nobody else does. Paying attention, being locked in and focused. Paying attention, being locked in and focused. Listen to me very closely. I take it personal when I do what I do. I don't care who we going up against. 1, 2, 3. Wake up every single day. I was here before I was here. I was up this morning here. I've been here before. I was in this spot right here. I was talking from right here. I envisioned it. I saw it already. You can't win it if you can't see it.
It's like people want change more than they want to change. For those of you who want to change, you don't have to be wired. You're already wired to be critical. You're already wired to peep out flaws. You're already wired to do it. What you need to do is take that same energy and apply it to yourself. You have to go intentional and deliberate. How many times do I criticize others versus how many times I criticize myself? How many times do I try to correct others? How many times do I correct myself? If it don't drive you, don't want that. So whatever it is you see that you don't have, if it drives you, go, I want that. And then you got to change. But you can't say you want that and you don't want change. Anytime you want anything you don't have, you have to do something to get that, because if you were the person that could have it, you would already have it. Right. You'd have it already. You don't have it. And so you want it. So you have to become something different. You didn't have that, but you went after it.
Be clear. What do you want? What do you want specifically? Like, you need to be clear on what you want. And I was willing to go through whatever I had to go through to get what I wanted. I knew what I had. That's not what I wanted. It doesn't matter how I'm living right now because how I'm going to live. And so it's difficult for you because you don't have no clarity.
You're going to figure out who you are, why you tick, what you do. And then you're going to be able to take who you are and what you do and make money. I want you to be brave enough when something's not working, do it right. You can't keep doing what you were doing before because you're losing. But if you can't implement the necessary changes in your life, you won't be able to improve yourself or your situation. If you want to change your situation, you got to get in new information.
I just knew what I wanted. I knew what I wanted. I was clear on it.
I'm committed, but I don't know that I'm convicted. Here's what I want y'all to know. We have to be careful because some of us get an attitude because we're looking for things that people who are convicted get when we just committed. But I just want you to stop expecting what people with convictions have when you just committed. Stop doing that. Cause now you mad like, oh, okay, so coach ain't gonna start me. You just committed. You ain't got no conviction to the game. You just play when it's time to play. That person is up all day, every day, running, lifting weight. Michael Jordan was convicted about basketball. Kobe was convicted about basketball. That's why Mike is who he is. Not because he was the greatest ever, but the conviction that didn't nobody want it as bad as he wanted. He was convicted. Some of us, we let our feelings like, I ain't feeling it. I'm not with it. That's why I know I'm not convicted to run it. Because I always run when I feel like it. I ain't never missed a day when I felt like it. I've never run, though, when I've not felt it. One of the things you have to do is operate in conviction and not commit.
If you gonna win, if they gonna put your name and the number up there, you just can't play this game because there are other teams that want to do exactly what you got to do. So what you got to do in practice is 1, 2, 3. In practice. If you can't dominate in practice, you can't dominate when the lights come on. I get up every morning at 3 o'clock. I dominate at 3 o'clock in the morning. I dominate when everybody's asleep. I dominate at 4 in the morning, 6 in the morning. At 8, I go back to bed. Why? Because y'all just getting up.
But I'm committed to it.
Your everyday routine is clarity.
Some of you have a problem, like you the old standard car, right? The new cars are automatic. They got the automatic starter. You just hit the button, like you don't even do the key no more. You just push the button and it starts on its own. Unfortunately, we weren't made just to start on our own. You got to find your why, and your why is what's going to start you. And so for a lot of you, you're not doing nothing because you don't have any purpose right now. You don't have a sense of purpose. You're not waking up for nobody. And I need you to get that engine. I need that drive because you know what to do. You're the right person to do it, but you just can't seem to get out of bed. You can't seem to do what you're supposed to do. Every time you come up against a trial or a tribulation, you let it stop you. Like you don't have. The problem with most of you, you're a 4-cylinder. And when you hit trials and tribulations, you can't make it up the hill. I want to help you as I leave because people look at me and go, E, man, you passionate, you got going on. No, you listen to me very closely. The reason why you got to be the best in the world because they treat you differently when you're not. The reason why you have to be your best version, because if you're not your best version, they treat you differently. When you're not your best version and you're not multiplying and having dominion, you got different kind of health care. Look, my wife, okay, so we go to the hospital. I know something wrong because we sit in the room and it takes 40 minutes for them to come in. So I'm like, okay, usually it take a long time because they're trying to think of like, how are we going to break the news? So they cut the lights off. You got a screen like this. They show her brain, an image of her brain, and they take the little laser boy and put it up on the, and when I look at it, you see like 7 little spots on her brain. So I ain't no doctor. I tell you, I got a GED. I ain't brilliant, but I ain't dumb. I know those spots ain't supposed to be there. And so I'm talking to the doctor, and she, they going roundabout. I'm like, look, man, I'm just, what I'm saying, just keep it watching. What is this? She's like, well, we don't know if it's cancerous but we believe that it's MS, it's multiple sclerosis. And I was like, all right, what is that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that is. Like, what is it? Is she gonna die? You know, that's the first thing. In real, like, you don't know. Like, that's the first thing. I'm like, is she gonna die? It was like, no, it's chronic. She's gonna live with it forever. I'm like, what? Well, she is here, but if it get on her spine and she's not gonna be able to walk, she could possibly not see. Like, we going over all the hookup. I'm like, all right, bet. We leave the hospital. My wife is looking at me in the hospital. My girl don't cry. The doctor asked her, like, yo, you straight? My wife, she don't move. The doctor's like, okay, good. Now, you know you're going to have to take off work for about 3 or 4 months. We're going to have to do some testing. And my girl start a tear drop. The doctor was like, whoa, I just told you had MS, you didn't cry. I just told you have to take off work. You crying. You didn't have insurance? She's like, yeah, we got insurance. But my wife's job is like her identity. So we get home, we sit down and talk. I call Moni like she got MS, Moni. I know about MS because her best friend in college got it, and she in the wheelchair, one of her arms, she has slurred. So I'm like, all right, it's showtime. My wife ain't there yet, so let me find out what to do. I started doing all my homework. Homework says the only thing that they know causes is stress. So I might have been like the number 10 motivational speaker at that time. Number 5, your boy going to hyperdrive. I started studying, my wife going to work again, she coming home stressed out. I'm like, oh, that's not gonna work. You're gonna have to quit. She's like, well, I don't mind quitting, but do you got enough money? Like, you got enough money for me to quit? I'm like, you know I got enough money. She's like, no, I'm not talking about for the year or 2. I'm talking about for the next 30 years. I went from the number 10, number 5 to the number 1 motivational speaker in the world. Oh, you're not hearing what I'm saying? I started getting on stage and realizing, like, yo, people's like, yo, E, why you what? You just went to a whole other level. I'm not speaking no more to entertain. I'm not speaking to help people. I'm speaking so my girl never have to go back to work again. I'm speaking so that the MS don't kill her. I got a different drive. I got a different why. I got to make this $1.8 million so my girl can quit for the rest of her life. I'm taking all gigs. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And the problem with some of you in this room, you don't have no drive. You ain't got nothing pushing you. You ain't got no reason for waking up in the morning. You ain't got no reason for pushing past that pain. You have no reason. You better find one before you get out of here today. I gotta get into San Diego. I could take some shortcuts, but you don't take shortcuts for the person who was there with you when you were homeless. You don't take shortcuts to the person that was hiding you in their mama's house and feeding you in the winter months because she didn't want you out in the cold. You don't take shortcuts for the person that made you go to college. You don't take shortcuts for the person that was able to get the first house in her name because your credit was shot. You don't take the shortcut with somebody that had your 2 kids and was on the hospital bed, could have died having your baby. You don't take a shortcut for people you love. You rise to the level and do what you got to do. It's your turn. There's nothing wrong. You don't owe nobody nothing. It's your turn. You shouldn't feel guilty. It's your turn. It's your time. You've blessed everybody else. You've set everybody else for success. You've compromised you for them, and look where you are. It's time for you. And don't you know that the best thing you can do for them is to be the best version of you? Don't you understand that you're not helping them by not being the best version of you? The only way you really gonna bless them is to be the best you can be.